and welcome to a couple conversation here on BRT TV. My name is John Ghazi, I'm your host, and this week I have a brand new friend, a brand new topic, a brand new guest in the BRTK studios in Nefkosha, and his name is Jamie Scott, or known to his friends as Jay Scott, and he is the managing director now of The Buzz Book. Now this is the best small book in the TRNC. It is what we can call the Yellow Pages of North Cyprus, and it's been around for many, many years. Jamie has taken this over. It's his venture now, and we'll find out more. So first of all, Jamie, or Jay, welcome to the programme.
Thanks for having me.
It's great to have you here, and thank you for agreeing to come to BRTK. We had a bit of a chat on Instagram, funny enough.
Yeah. It's one of those platforms that I wasn't expecting to, to have an invitation to come onto TV. So,
I mean, there's me with the Buzz Book in front of me, and I could have called you on these numbers or sent you an email, but no, I have to go via Instagram.
Yeah, which is good.
We'll talk about that in a minute because it's quite funny how things go around in a circle. But the Buzz Book is how can we say, it's a directory of all the important things that you need to know about the TRNC, numbers and addresses. Exactly.
It's like you said at the start, it's the Yellow Pages of Northern Cyprus. So if you're looking for a carpenter or a plumber, it's that the numbers are in the book.
This actually began many years ago, run by your aunt and uncle.
That's correct.
Carol and Jerry Stevenson Smith.
That's right. So 15 years ago now, my uncle created the idea. He had an A4 bit of paper with some numbers on that he used to put up in a couple of places that expats would go. Like I said before, like your estate agents, a plumber, and someone just said to him, "Oh, could I put my advert underneath, your numbers there?" And he kind of light bulb situation happened, and he sort of dug deep and went round and collected all of the numbers everywhere and created the Buzz Book.
And that's how the Buzz Book began.
That's how it began. Yeah,
it was buzzing.
Yeah, exactly.
15 years ago, you're saying.
15 years ago. Yeah, we had our 15th birthday, which was the Christmas issue just gone.
Right.
So it's 15 years worth of work. I've got to keep going.
Well, you've actually taken this over now, managing the Buzz Book for the past 2.5 years?
It's about 2 years. It's been under my control now. And like you say, going back to the social media side of stuff, we've given it a bit of a kick up the bum with getting ourselves on Facebook, on Instagram. We've built a website as well. So we're continuing to push those formats.
Well, let's find out more about you, Jay. I know that you were born in the UK, in Essex you grew up?
Yes, I was born in Essex, lived there till I was around sort of 14. Then moved down to Bournemouth and Poole. Lived there for, best part of another sort of 4 or 5 years, and then went to Southampton University. I was there for around 3 years. Went back up into London for a year, went sailing around the world on a cruise ship for 6 months. Came back, went back down to Bournemouth, and then over to here. So I've been all over the place really for the last sort of 10 years.
Excellent. Yeah. And here you are in the TRNC.
Yeah.
You actually have a big passion for music.
Yeah.
Because I believe that you were working in the industry, working for a record label.
Yeah.
And distribution. So it's similar thing that you're doing now, aren't you? Because you're distributing the Buzz Book, but you are very much hands-on involved. Because when I was listening to your interview with my colleague Denise Phillips on the radio, it's a lot of hard work. It looks easy. It looks very, very easy to do, but the logistics behind it is amazing. The book is out every 3 months, isn't it?
Yes, yeah.
So it's the new edition is coming out in August.
That's correct.
This is May, June, July edition that we've got now in front of us here.
Yeah.
So this book, as you said, started when your uncle just put down a few numbers that the expats might need 15 years ago, numbers of carpenters or plumbers or electricians or whatever.
Yeah.
And it grew from there. So now this Buzz Book, which is, I believe, how many pages long?
So this edition, I think, is 92 pages. So
92 pages.
Yeah, I think when I took over, it was sort of like 76, something like that. So in the time I've had it, we've grown, a sort of third, into it. So we've taken it on. Obviously, we've got a new, fresh team as well. I initially started off with just myself, and then I kind of said, look, I need someone else in to sort of help me. And then that's given me extra things I could, update the website and things like that. And it's gone a step further this year. We've introduced someone that's doing the graphic design, so there's now 3 of us in the office. So now I can find myself doing things like this, where I can come and talk about it.
Yeah.
I can think of future projects, which, like you say, we've now gone from the book to a map. So that's something that we brought in at the middle of this year.
I'll talk about that in a minute, because that's what attracted me to inviting you onto the program recently, seeing the map on Instagram and on Facebook. But before that, so you were in the UK, and I remember hearing that you came to Cyprus about 12 years ago.
Yes.
Stayed here for a few months, did a bit of carpentry work.
Yeah.
You're a handyman yourself as well. But what happened to bring you out here for good over 2 years ago? What was the incentive?
It was, obviously back to what you're saying about us working with record labels and things like that. I ran my own digital distribution company. So you would send me your records and I would send them off to places like Beatport, Spotify, and then I collect the money from that and then I give them back to the record labels. Then I was also doing marketing and PR for those record labels as well. So I was doing a lot of radio pitching. Had quite a few clients. The music were played on Radio 1, Kiss FM, and also, blogged on quite prestigious international blogs on the internet. That was my job for the best part of 4 years. It was just getting to the point where I was still living with other people, still sort of living like a student, and this idea I could see was going to kind of get me out of this rut, really, because the music industry, unless you're backing these really, really big artists, you're not going to make any money.
Yeah.
So yeah, it kind of gave me a bit more stability, I guess, for coming out here and being able to run something that's successful in its own right to start off with.
So yeah, so your aunt and uncle, they had the Buzz book, and then they realised they probably wanted to take a step back.
Yeah.
And they handed the reins over to you, basically, yeah?
Yeah. I got a text message 3 years ago now from my auntie saying, we're looking at sort of rather selling the company or, giving it over to someone that's going to really sort of push it forward. How would you feel about coming out and having a chat with us? And if it's something that you would like to do, then we'd like you to sort of take it over. So and that's what happened. Came out November 3 years ago. Sat down with them and we went over figures and worked out is it going to be worth me coming over, and it was. And
it has been worth it.
And it has been, yeah. Like I say, two years in, it's like I say, we've grown it. The people I've got working for me now are fantastic. Like I say, the new girl we took on about 4 months ago now. She used to work for us, Tunch, so she's very well, knows her artwork and that sort of stuff. So she's brought an extra added bit of element into the group as well. Amanda, who does sales, she used to work for the Star, so she knows how people work here, and so she's very good at sales. So between the 3 of us, we really have sort of pulled together in the last sort of 6 months, and it's doing well. We're able to add new projects on top of the book as well.
Yes.
And manage the time, very well.
It isn't easy, and the idea behind the Buzz book is that it's a telephone directory of important numbers, especially for expats. English-speaking people advertise here.
Yeah.
If you're a carpenter or a handyman, you speak English, and people want to come and have a look and see what's going on. Obviously, you've got bars, restaurants, hotels. You've got vets. You've got important numbers here. So how does it work? I mean, do you go around literally to different locations and say, would you like to advertise? Or do people come and contact you? Or is it both?
It's a bit of both. I mean, sometimes, we'll be driving in the car and we'll just see a new sign go up and you think, oh, okay. I have to remember that, get back to the office, remember the name, write it down, find them on Facebook. Oh, they've got a number, we'll call them up. Sometimes we'll just get a call. We would like to go into the Buzz book. Great, come and meet us. We'll come and meet you somewhere, and it just sort of goes from there. So it's a bit of both. I'd like to say I'd prefer it if it was more coming to us, but it's, I don't know, the mentality in that here, it's more of, okay, they'd like to be pushed a bit more here, I think.
Yeah, I think you need to sort of like be a bit more...
You got to get in people's
door-to-door
faces.
salesman.
Yes, yeah. It's very much that, yeah. Yeah.
Which I suppose is good. You know, it's good weather in the summer.
It's great. I
You
mean,
can drive around.
from what I was doing back in the UK, where it was all computer based, you know, like I said to you earlier, just sat in the pajamas in the front room trying to keep warm in the winters on my laptop, talking to people internationally.
Yeah.
So I never speak to anyone face to face, which was something when I came here was like a new skill that I had to learn.
Yeah.
And I love it. I actually think I'm better at doing that than I was sat behind a laptop.
So you're a people person then, I suppose.
Yeah,
You like
yeah.
to, you know, converse.
Yeah.
And you were very good at responding to me very quickly when I sent you a message on Instagram. I don't know why I did Instagram, but I thought, you know, and actually I do know why, because I saw your adverts there, I saw your presence on Instagram, on social media, and also the new map, which we'll talk about in a bit. But you are very good, very quick to respond. You said, yes, I'll be there, I'll come down. And that was it, you know. So, and that's what it's all about, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just, you know, quickly
This is it. Yeah,
getting the response that you want.
there's no time to mess around. You know that's
No time for people to say no.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of, you know, with sales, you have to get in quickly and then you're out again. I guess that's the way I approach most things. It's don't turn any opportunity down, and make the most out of any opportunity that's given to you.
Looking at the graphics, it's now all very glossy. I know that probably the original, the first few editions, and I know that you have every edition in your archive somewhere, they were probably, you know, normal paper, you know, stapled in the middle, black and white.
Yeah.
Now it's every single page is
Yeah.
glossy, colour,
Yeah.
which obviously, you know, is quite effective and costly for you.
I think it's worth.
It's worth it,
It's
though.
worth it. If I've got a product at the end that I'm pleased with and I think looks great, then you know I'd rather, you know, that's what we're selling. That's what we're selling people to come into is
Yeah.
a nicely presented book that's, you know, you can find all of the categories in there, and you know it's.
So do you find, I mean, looking at this list, and you've got lots of different companies advertising, some are underlined. If you have an underline and in bold type, it means that you're attracting more, so you pay a little bit more. But
Yeah.
some are going out for, you know, colour, pictures, photographs, so that actually means more work for you. Who
course.
does that? Do they send you the photograph? Do you go and take photographs of the company?
It's a bit of both, really. I mean, if a company comes to us and they're prestigious and they know exactly what they want, and we just say, great, just send me the artwork that you want us to put in the magazine. Obviously, we'll go through it, and if there's any things that we think, oh, they might want to change that, we will obviously, you know, talk to them about that. Or you can go somewhere and, you know, you say, oh, you'd like an advert, and you go, have you got a logo? No. Okay. Have you got any photos? No. No. Okay. So we really have to start from the beginning with them, but we add that in as part of our you know, our service.
Yeah.
We don't charge any extra for doing that. But yeah, it obviously makes it a lot more hard work if someone's coming from, you know, has no content for us.
The more that they can give you, the easier it is for you to put the map there straight into the book.
And the more they give us, the more a sense of we know what they kind of want and their brand and everything.
We were debating with colleagues at work about, do we really need to have a directory, because everything's now online. We can Google things, we can go on to Facebook or Instagram. But I actually said, I think we need a buzz book. It is still very valid, even though we are in an age of technology, because I like to be able to look at a list and have that number there straight in front of me. I might get a call and I might lose that number that I had, or you know, I might get distracted. But here, it's always there. It could be in your living room, on your dining table. And this book, which is free, by the way, distributed free, is everywhere, isn't it? So people can go to a bar or restaurant and pick up a copy if there's extras there and have it with them all the time.
That's it.
And it's very, very small. It can go into a bag, into a rucksack.
The way I look at it is if you're coming on holiday and you're going to a place and you don't know what's there. So the book tells you what's available, what's on your doorstep. And then you could maybe go, oh, that bar looks good. Right, are they on Facebook? And then you find them on Facebook. But if you don't know they're there, how do you know what to look up?
Exactly.
That's the point I can see with the tourism side. And like you say, with the expat, it's actually letting people know places that might have closed down. New places that have now taken over places that are closed down, because it does happen quite a lot here, where one restaurant will turn into a new restaurant.
Yes.
Which can happen between one issue to the next issue.
And that's why it's important to have issues out every 3 months, because the dynamics change all the time, don't they?
Exactly.
As you say, you might lose a customer, you might gain a customer, there might be differences. You want to be up to date. So what we're saying now is that this BuzzBook is up to date as of the months of May, June and July, and maybe things might change in August. So it is worth getting the new edition out, because things might have changed.
Yeah.
Even if you might know, numbers might change, people might change, owners might change of locations, names of locations might change. And it isn't just like for restaurants and hotels, it's vets that, if maybe you're a tourist and you found a stray cat, you want to take it to the vet. Where are the vets? What are the vets? You don't know unless you're local.
Yeah.
And it's everything, isn't it, really? I mean, what's the most unusual request that you've got in here? The most unusual number that you have for something?
I'm not sure, really. I mean, I think everything that's in there is all in its own rightly to be there, to exist. I'm not sure of anything that's
anything missing?
Unusual.
You think?
I mean, obviously, the people that go into the book on adverts, there are places that we would love to have them in, that we can't quite get to the right person to talk to. But I think as terms of all the categories that are in there, I don't think there's anything kind of missing in terms of things that are available here in the TRNC.
Yeah, and if there was anything missing major, then I'm sure you'd get some of your readers saying, where is this? I needed that, and you didn't have it.
Yeah. I think we've got a new category to add actually on the next one. It's a bike tour.
Bikes?
Bike tours, actual push bikes as well. So that's going to go in onto the next one. So that's something that's new that we will add into the categories.
And of course, like any Yellow Pages, any telephone directory, it's all in alphabetical order when you go in there. So it's easy to find, and you know what's there. And you've got lovely, great photographs, colour photographs, very glossy, very easy to have. And you began with 3,000 copies, and now you're doing 4,000 copies.
That's right. Yeah. The reason that was we gave a real big push into like Esentepe way. I think my aunt and uncle concentrated quite very much on Guinea, and also out even to sort of like Lapta way as well. So there was added extra areas so I thought, we're going to need more books. And we don't want to just put 2 or 3 books into each place. We want to give them a whole 50 books to make sure it gets to the people that are around that area.
We would like to mention that due to logistics and that there's only 3 of you and you are based in the Guinea area, these numbers mainly concentrate in the Guinea area.
Yeah.
Although it would be nice to maybe go to the capital, Lefkosia, or even go as far as Gaziantep, where we have expats there. But logistically, you can't go everywhere. There's not enough of you.
There's only so much time in the day as well. I would love to be able to emulate this into Famagusta as well. I mean, it's something I'm really thinking of doing. But like I say, logistics, I'm going to have to go and spend maybe 2 weeks there, and then you've got to think about hotels and somewhere to stay. And I just think at the moment, maybe I need to catch it back around on the start of next year.
Yeah.
I think that's when I'll sort of push into Famagusta. But we've got some new projects that are coming at the moment as well. So we're not just concentrating on just the book at the moment. We want to run other things aside it as well. New websites coming out. Yeah. So we're still developing.
One new thing, and help me with this, Jay, at the moment. Let's open this up so they can see. You hold one end and I'll hold the other. One of the new things, and this is what attracted me to inviting you to the programme, is a new map. And you've got not just Guinea. This is Lapta, Chotolkoi, Esentepe, where we have lots of expats, lots of people.
Exactly.
And you've got the roads, name of the roads, and also the logos of some of the locations advertising, yeah?
So what we've done as well is you've got like a little code here, so it says like J9, so then J down to J9, and then you can find where places are as well.
Right.
So we've made that a little bit more sort of user-friendly for the map.
Yeah, because obviously tourists who want the map, who don't know the area very well,
Yeah.
you know, for us, we can find things easily now, but for them, first time, where is it? And so
Yeah.
this map is actually very, very useful because
Yeah.
it isn't just having a telephone number, how do I get there? You can't describe any
Yeah.
other locations because they don't know any other locations.
And it's knowing as well. I mean, especially Essen-Tepe, you know that, okay, so if you want to go to Roots, it's past Coconut Bar. So you've got a reference
Yeah.
of where you are along there.
Yeah.
That was kind of the idea of making the map, you know, as big as it is, and plus by having the logos on the map. But yeah, no, lots of people have found it very useful. Like I said, we did 10,000 of these.
10,000. So 4,000 of the book,
Yeah,
10,000 of the map.
10,000 of these. Yeah, yeah. Sorry,
there's
sorry,
more maps out there.
Sorry about the trees.
Yeah, so poor trees. Kyrene Town, and you've got, again, Kyrene Town and Karaol and Karakum, this area.
Yeah.
So, again, I mean, look at Kyrene Town, how many places there and how detailed it is, and you can see the streets and the name of the streets. So it's very, very easy to use, very simple to use.
Yeah, definitely.
Have you had a good response from this then?
We have, yeah. I mean, like I say, the 10,000 maps that we've actually done.
Yeah.
I can't see where any are left. They've gone.
They've all gone?
Yeah, they've all gone. I mean, we put them in lots of the hotels. Our biggest advocate, I think, that they all disappear is the George.
Yeah.
It's the main point, isn't it? You get into Guinea, and it's very English.
Yes.
So we make sure that the George is always stocked up with books and maps as well.
Which is another thing is that you go around and you're collecting advertising for the book, the Buzz book, but then you're also distributing it.
Yeah.
It is everywhere.
Yeah.
There isn't a place that you go. No one can say, but I haven't seen this Buzz book out. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
And if it goes down low in stock, you're always out there replenishing the stock.
That's it.
Aren't you?
Yeah, we make sure we've got a good sort of 1,000 left towards the end, and like around this sort of time, halfway mark, we go back out and we make sure that there's books still available.
Yeah. Because the idea is that the more people get this, the more that people get advertising, and the more that you can say, well, look, it's effective.
Yeah.
All of them
That's
have
it.
run out. We've finished all 4,000 books.
Yeah.
So, advertise with us.
Yeah.
It's very difficult, though, isn't it?
It is difficult
to do this
Yeah.
and
especially obviously last year, the recession, the TL dropped. That was quite a tough time for everyone. Again, the winter lasted a bit longer as well. So selling on this issue was actually quite hard.
Yeah.
We're still trying to get people G'd up to say that, the summer is coming, it's inevitable that the sun is going to be here, tourists will be here. So yeah, it's quite hard, especially when that situation has happened. But yeah, I think I think people are getting a bit more back to normal.
I think, we've come over the
come over
the
the hump.
worst.
Yeah. Yeah.
How many companies and individuals do you think you've got advertising with you now?
We've got around, I'd say about 200.
Yeah?
Yeah, around 200.
That's a good number.
It is good, yeah. Yeah.
Good number to have.
Yeah.
And you can go more, you can expand. Like you say, it was 70-something pages, now it's
Yeah.
92.
That's it.
And it can go bigger, I suppose.
Yeah. I mean, some companies will come out, and then
Others will come in.
we replenish with new companies as well. So, it's I think each issue, it just keeps getting bigger. So we're obviously doing something right.
You are doing something right. Another project that you have got in mind, which I heard you speaking about on the radio, is restaurant reviews.
Yeah. I mean, obviously we do advertise lots of bars and restaurants in the Buzz book, but I wanted to kind of give a bit more information, whether it be not a biased review, but just a review of what they do. A fish restaurant, meat restaurant. Are they catering for vegetarians? What's their parking like? Is it accessible with people with disabilities?
Yeah.
Just a bit more, and that's we've done a bit of a demo at the moment that we're all quite happy with. So yeah, we're going to get out selling that in the next sort of couple of weeks.
That's good because a lot of people, locals and tourists, love eating out.
Exactly.
One of the biggest things I think here, isn't it?
Yeah. It's an
To
eating
go to
culture.
restaurants. We like to try a new location.
Yeah, definitely.
And maybe getting a review. People who are, is this place animal friendly? Can I take my dog there? For
Yeah,
instance?
exactly. Yeah, it's another
if it's a
category.
bar or a restaurant outside, or do they serve vegetarian or vegan food?
Yeah.
Things like that. We want to know, don't we?
And I think if you go to one certain place that you know caters for what you do, for what you want, but then you read somewhere else that also does, then you're going to kind of spread out a bit more.
Yeah.
I do think people get in, a creature for habits, aren't we? Where we go to that one restaurant, we know we're going to get what we want. So I hope that's the idea of the book, is to show people that there are different places, and they can cater to your needs as well.
Yeah.
So that's one major point of what's different to that than what the Buzz book would do.
Yeah, that'd be good. That means something that is going to be very, very popular, I think, when it comes out. And you're hoping to maybe launch that in the near future with the actual edition of the Buzz book.
It makes sense, I think, to get them done at the same time, so then we can distribute them at the same time. But don't hold me to that. It's all down to the sales. If we can sell it,
yeah, if
in
you
that
can sell
time,
it, then it'll be out there.
then it'll be out then.
Also, I wanted to ask you, with the Buzz book now, and you've got 4,000 copies, and you're going well. Are you happy with how it's progressing? I mean, is this the direction you want to go in?
Yeah. I mean, it's like I say, when I first got here, I kind of thought, 6 months, this book we won't need the book. It will just be online, surely. But that is obviously my naiveness of coming from the UK and then coming here and had all these big ideas.
Yeah.
But now I get how it kind of works here. But yeah, I think it's still got its punch that it had sort of 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And I think we've added to that as well. And we are, like I say, we're doing things on Instagram now and Facebook, so that can only create interest from the younger generation.
Definitely, that's the thing that I think that is the best about this, is that even though we do have the old-fashioned directory, the Buzz book, which is good, we all like to have it, you are on there online, on social media, so that people can, the Buzz book, yes, I remember that, and when they see it, they know what it's all about.
Yeah.
And that's how I contacted you. I saw you advertising the map, and it was just, I thought very, very clever idea that you did this.
Yeah, well, it's all subliminal messaging, isn't it? It's
it works.
It being like you say, I don't think there's enough that you can do on social media these days.
No.
I think people now get the idea of, if you're going to follow that certain thing or whatever, then you're going to see them every day putting something up. They might be putting things up twice a day. I
heard somebody else was saying in advertising that if you see something enough times, maybe 10 times, then all of a sudden, it's in your mind.
In your psyche.
In your psyche, and you think, and it works after that.
Yeah.
But you might ignore it for the first few times, but if you see it more than 10, then you think, and that's what happened to me as well. It was time to invite Jay Scott to talk about the Buzz book, because I saw it so many times on social media.
But it's working then, it's working.
It was working, Jay. You do have www.buzzbooknc.com, info@thebuzzbook.com. And we have your numbers here as well, but they can find you on social media.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like you say, if you just put in the Buzz book into Facebook, you'll find us, and the same with Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah. If we've not followed you already.
Hopefully, I heard that in a year's time, maybe your uncle will completely give you the control of everything. Because your aunt and uncle are still helping you in the background, aren't they?
Yeah. Well, what my uncle's very good at doing is very good at combing through adverts, finding the finer details of mistakes and things like that, which I confess I'm not amazing at doing. I'm the creative, so that's where my
that's good. It's a good team.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, we've got a very good team really that creates the Buzz book. So I'm very happy.
Who knows? There might be the Buzz book Guinea. If the team gets bigger, the Buzz book Lefkosia, Buzz book
we can only hope. I mean, this is where I want to take it.
So anyone out there interested in joining Jay's team? Who knows?
Send your CVs through.
Send your CV. But for now, the Buzz book is going well. New edition out in August.
Yep.
We can find this practically in all bars, restaurants.
Yep, all bars.
Waiting rooms in hotel, in doctors' offices and receptions and waiting rooms. It's everywhere, isn't it?
It is, yeah. We make sure they are everywhere. And that's what we sell, our distribution.
Well, Jay, thank you very much for coming in today.
Thank you for having me.
I wish you all the best. Give my regards back to the team.
Yeah, will do.
Back in Guinea. And I look forward to seeing the new edition out in August as well.
Lovely.
But you're doing a great job, and thank you for putting all these wonderful people, locations, restaurants, bars, whatever, on the map, because they are now out there for everyone to use their services.
Yeah.
So thank you very much.
Thank you, Joe.
See you again soon.
Thank you. Bye.
And with that, we've come to the end of our couple conversation with Jamie Scott. And the Buzz book, as I said, is out everywhere. If you haven't had the Buzz already, get the Buzz now. And maybe you could be in the next edition of the Buzz book if you're not already in it at the moment. Until we meet again, have a great week. See you soon. Bye-bye.